Hi guys, it's Chase again with Star Tutors, and today we have a very special guest. We are here in Los Angeles, but we have a guest all the way from Madison, Wisconsin. We are very happy to have Caitlyn Booms, one of our great AP math and math tutors just in general. Caitlyn has come, she's getting her Ph.D. in math at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. She was the president of the University of Notre Dame Math Club. I'll let her take and talk a little bit more about herself, but it's somebody that we really want to represent as a company because of her story and because of her experience and how well she's done just in life and in general. So again, I'll let Caitlyn talk a little bit more, but we're very excited to have her, and then we'll jump into some actual helpful content knowledge.
Great, thanks Chase. So I grew up in a small town in Michigan. I went to a small high school. I've always been kind of good at math. I always liked it, and then I had some teachers in high school who really encouraged me to study it in college. I ended up going to the University of Notre Dame for my undergrad.
Where she was the president of the math club.
I was, yes. I was really involved in the math club there and other things throughout the department. I did a lot of tutoring and things. And so when I was there, I got my bachelor's of science in pure math, and now I'm getting a Ph.D. at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And I absolutely love tutoring. I love math. I love teaching math. It's something I'm really passionate about.
Yeah, and on top of that, so Caitlyn, one of the things that why we wanted Caitlyn to come and film these videos, and you guys are going to see her in future videos. This is more of an intro. She'll be doing a full-length AP Calc multiple choice test. Why, I don't know. She's decided to do it. She's agreed to it. She's also going to do an SAT math, no calculator video, but those are in the future. But one of the things, the reason we wanted her to come and film this is so that you guys could see Caitlyn's like the epitome of what we're trying to do as a company and offer these resources to everybody. Again, like you said, she was from a small town. What was it, like
8,000 people?
8,000,
yeah.
Like an hour and a half from any major city. So a lot of these resources weren't available to her, 6, 7, 8 years ago when she was going through these same processes. And I think it's really important that you guys know that and you use her as an example. We talked about it, but how hard did you work in high school?
Yeah, really hard.
Yeah, it's not easy to be a PhD math.
No, it's not.
be a PhD in math. It's a lot of repetition, a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just, again, want you guys to use Caitlyn as an example of somebody who just worked really hard, did everything that she possibly could in high school to put herself in a position where, now we were talking about it earlier, that she's been published in a peer review before she was 25 years old. That's pretty impressive. Certainly better than me taking SAT math calculator videos here in the office. In any case, so Caitlyn, one of the things we want to ask as in kind of an intro and into you, I want to know a little bit about what makes studying for the AP Calculus exam, or in your experience when you did this, what makes studying for it earlier rather than cramming at the very end so important?
Yeah, so just a little background too. In high school, so I took the AP Calc AB exam in my junior year, and then in my senior year, I did the AP Calc BC exam. And for that class, I didn't even have a class. It was like an independent study with me and 3 other guys because my school was really small and we didn't offer it. So just know that it is possible to independent study for the AP Calc exam. You just got to be diligent and you got to practice a lot. Yeah, I mean, one thing that I think is kind of overwhelming is that there's so many topics that are covered on these tests, whether you're doing the AB or the BC. And so that can kind of feel overwhelming, especially when you're learning all of them, throughout the year. But I think one of the best ways to start studying for the AP exam, which is usually, early May, is to start reviewing all those topics early on, like starting that second semester especially, going back to those problems about limits, about related rates, about motion, just all of these different kind of things that you haven't seen since September or October, and refreshing yourself and doing problems on them, because when you go back and you see those concepts again, you're going to have a different understanding, you're going to have a better perspective, and it will really help take that stress away from, so that you're not just cramming the 3 weeks before the test.
Welcome to my life. Yeah. No, so again, one of the things, for those that watched our other videos or any of our live review sessions, anything like that, one of the things that I always like to talk about is how I wish I was the student that Caitlyn was when I was in high school, and I mean that in the best way possible, in the sense that I didn't have a lot of these just wasn't mature enough, to be honest, to say that, like, Caitlyn independently studied for the AP Calc exam. If there's a better representation of somebody that you guys can do this, that this is not overwhelming, it's right here. And again, when I say that you don't need all of these, it's not all about resources, it's not all about all this, it's about really diligently being like, you know what, I'm just going to do this. It's something that I didn't do. I was the classic procrastinator and would look at this stuff 3 weeks before the AP test, and guess what, that doesn't work that well. When you get to a certain level, you have to be diligent about your preparation.
Definitely.
Limits are hard. I mean, limits are, you're 16, 17, 18 years old. Limits are hard. Caitlin's going to take a future multiple choice AP Calc video. So she's going to show you that limits are hard even when you're a Ph.D. math, Ph.D. in math. So, I mean, I think all of that said, studying early, being ready to go in January.
Right. I just can't emphasize enough that you really have to do a lot of practice problems. You have to put in the time to not only just go over the concepts, but to do practice problems. There's tons of calculus books out there, PDFs even for free online that have tons of different problems. You need to be taking derivatives basically every day leading up to that
As
test.
Unfun as that sounds as a 16-year-old, believe me.
No, it sounds great. You really, but if you put in that time and if you really do a lot of practice problems, especially if you're working with other people, this is something people think they have to do math by themselves. You don't. Get a group of friends who are taking the test and study together. Talking about the problems out loud will help you understand the concepts so much more than you think it might.
Have a good peer review group. It's what it's what math is at the highest levels. It ends up being these peer reviews. So important, guys. And again, if you have any questions or comments for Caitlyn, please don't hesitate to post them on this video, because she really is the representation of why we started the company, why we started making these videos, why we did all this stuff. Because she was in a situation, 8,000 students, an hour and a half from a big city, but that didn't matter. Now she's getting her Ph.D. in mathematics. She was the president of the University of Notre Dame Math Club. It's a very, very impressive. She's just a very impressive person. And so when you have an opportunity to ask those questions, please do. Again, don't be like me, who would watch this video and be like, I don't really need to comment. You can comment always, and we're here to help you, and that's what we want to be there for it more than anything. So. Again, you'll definitely be seeing Caitlyn in additional videos. She was, nice enough to come down. I guess not nice enough. It's the frigid cold of Madison, Wisconsin is not quite like this unbelievable weather in LA. But it's great to have her. It's great to have her part of the team. She's going to be in videos going forward. She's going to be helping out with virtual classrooms, potentially starting or teaching for the AP Calc virtual classroom that we're hoping to run this spring or even in the future. But in any case, we're so excited to have her here and excited to have her on the team. So
definitely ask me your questions. I would love to be able to help you any way that I can. Also, I just want to say we're going to put a link in the description here with a link to the AP Calc. The writers of the exam actually release information about the course and the exam and what topics are on it, the differences between what stuff's on the AB versus the BC. It's got a really nice breakdown of everything, so we'll put a link to that. You can also find it on the College Board,
their
website. But
this is taking it from somebody who used resources like this that are there and available on the College Board website, because you're independent, right? Yeah, you're independently studied for it. I mean, you have to use these resources. So we're going to post the link, as Caitlyn said, that was perfect. We're going to post the link, and you guys definitely please take advantage of that. Make sure that you understand the scoring. She'll be in future videos talking about the scoring a little bit with the Calc multiple choice. But again, guys, this is an unbelievable resource. Please ask questions, post comments as much as you can, because Caitlyn's here to answer those questions. I am certainly not. That's not the guy you want answering your questions on this stuff. And so, please do so. But in any case, we're happy to have her.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. See her in future videos. So have a great rest of your day, guys, and good luck on your AP exams.